Hey y'all, hey y'all, it is May the 9th, 2020, 2024, and last night I didn't do a live stream. I kind of got carried away with something else. I got carried away with the vibes, actually. I was jamming out and I kind of lost myself, and time got away from me, and blah, blah, blah. I didn't get online for the live stream. Tonight, I don't know. I don't know that I'll be getting on the live stream. It's Thursday night, and I'm not sure yet. I might even just aim for Friday night, which is a little bit more better. All right. Hey, but anyways, this video is for my friends. All right, this is for my brothers and my warrior soldier buddies. All right, it's for everyone out there to think about. Perhaps my man, he told me about that he's been getting heartburn. He's been getting that heartburn from time to time, and he says that if he eats certain foods in a certain sequence, it'll mess around and give him heartburn. My first question in my head, I didn't ask him, but was, why would you eat the foods in that sequence if you know that that's the case? Why you want to give yourself heartburn? Well, perhaps it just tastes so good. And I can't blame people. Dude, I might do the same if it tasted so good. All right, but heartburn is not, it doesn't sound pleasant. I've had it maybe like a couple times, but I don't have it chronically. I don't even know what that feels like to have it chronically, and I want to explain that. If you don't know, then I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist, and I really don't know anything, and I don't do laboratory experiments, if you don't know. All right, but as he was telling me this, it kind of sparked memories in my head about the heartburn and hearing about it. All right, because most people in America, I would assume, maybe, perhaps around the world, I don't know, they get the heartburn. They get the heartburn. They didn't have it as an adult usually, but they have it, they didn't have it as a child, but they start to, develop it as an adult. Okay. Don't ever listen to me and what I said. You can't take my word for it, but already, number one, you know that you've been lied to about almost everything. We're in a simulation, right? Okay. So number two is you understand that all these people that we know have a situation with heartburn and stuff like that, that whatever they're doing is not solving the problem. Typically what they'll resort to is say Tums or some other heartburn, whatever, to relieve the situation as the situation occurs upon them. All right, so what I heard from a guy a long time ago when I was listening to whatever, I heard some guy bring up this point, and this is what's important, because I said, perhaps, this is what I said to my brother when he was telling me about the heartburn issue. I said, it's a chance, and I brought it up because I knew that, probably he didn't even think about this, or I wanted to know if he ever heard about this. I said, there's a chance that you're not producing enough acid, say in your stomach, the stomach acid. It's a chance that you're not producing enough, to which he said, that he thought the problem was, and it's typical, and maybe lots of times that is the problem, I don't know, but he said, well, he figured that his body's producing too much acid, producing too much stomach acid, and that's what's leading to the heartburn and stuff like that, and it's a common occurrence here in America with adults. All right, I don't know how you would know that for sure, but the only way you would think that is because you've been told that plenty of times, and also, this the acidic feeling up in your throat and whatever. It gets to feeling acidic. All right, without being too long-winded, there's articles about it, there's studies about it. You could have not enough acid, and what that might do is cause like bubbles in your stomach and stuff like that, and it causes the acid that's in your stomach, which is not enough, to creep up into your esophagus and stuff like that. When I heard what I heard from some guy a long time ago, he made the point was that as adults, it's not very typical, and it's not to diagnose you, but it's not very typical for your adult body to start producing too much of anything, to include acid, to include stomach acid. It's not typical. It might have happened sometimes, yeah, sure, but it's not typical for your body to start creating too much of anything. And to assume without really knowing, without really knowing, to take, say, Tums or something chronically without really having any solution, that doesn't make very much sense. The idea that your adult body is going to start producing stuff, maybe not enough. Maybe it's going to have trouble producing enough stomach acid, and maybe you had to increase your stomach acid production. It is possible, and it's like I don't feel good knowing that we have all these chronic situations that we don't have solutions for it. We just accept that it ain't no solutions for it. Doesn't make any sense. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. It's May the 8th or 9th or something, 2020, 2024. And we're getting it in, buddy.